I wake up every day, one, amazed that I still woke up after the attacks that I feel as a human woman. Both were in my surroundings because of lies or just whatever the reason is, by the military. I'm guessing that there's reasons that I'm not aware of, but I don't prove myself to be whoever I claim to be every single day. So I'm just going to say what it is now after the fact, right? Because now the shit's warranted. That for you fucking celebrities where I helped you get out of tough situations and you're playing a part or you're not helping me, fuck you. Okay? For the military, you faggots and fucking transgenders, if somebody made a video saying I said that and then incorporated in this attack on me for me to antagonize me to say that shit, I'm saying it. And I said it months ago because it's warranted, alright? You can't say shit now. It's after the fact that I'm saying this. For people in my fucking family, really? You just believed something that you already found out that this person lied repeatedly? You chose to believe certain things about me. And on top of it, the fact that the idea will say that I'm the only one who has ever said something, done something, that none of you were held accountable for anything you've ever done or any part you've played in something that affected my life, even as a child. Even if it was not saying something. You understand? So either I'm going to approach people about certain things that I feel happened in the past, or we can all choose to just drop it. Because if I had to approach some of you about some things that came out here and some things that I was shown in my mind that happened to me as a child, you wouldn't be able to face me anymore. And maybe that made it easier for you, is to believe these lies about me. You knew what happened to me as a child and you didn't do anything to protect me, so it's easier for you to find a reason to be angry at me. I'm not supposed to get hit again and again and again. And the fact that I'm a strong woman and I didn't turn out to be broken or in a corner sucking my thumb or a junkie for the rest of my life, it almost feels like it made you angry instead. You didn't get the desired outcome, I guess some people would say. Let's get a message. The fact that I keep waking up with no assistance in my life, no donations, nothing. No. Please don't. I know somebody's going to try and create now something that's, you didn't donate? You told me this. Nobody's fucking donating to my channel. And I know that there's destruction happening everywhere. And there's people going, I seen that in my mind when I got up this morning. You have created so much false hatred for me that you tried to justify yourselves for so long that now you can't stand the fact that I am who I say that I am, that the things that I say are warranted or I won't say them, and for the very few things that I'm human that I say that I may have to take back, this is the one fucking thing that you people will hang on. You're angry that I'm right, that the whole world is beyond broken. You're right that I'm the strongest. I'm right that I'm the strongest woman on the entire planet. This bothers most of you. You're angry at the fact that the shit I talk about on my channel is truth. You're angry that I'm gifted. No matter where I'm placed in life, I thrive. So then what do? You have to try to make it seem like I'm not. You can never take away my ability to thrive. Monica, Gabrielle, what? Don't say that you, no. Now you want to say that you relate to me, and I'm sure that there are some. Please don't try to place yourself like that. I know that you thought it was clever, and I have a feeling it took you about 72 hours to come up with something like that. Just to get it, boom. What is the message besides I hate the fucking world that I'm, not the world, I hate the planet that I'm living in, on, and establish a plan. Let's see if that's actually happening. Your ability to establish a plan. This is what I feel. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Click. Sit. It's this, I wish that whoever I have to establish a plan for goes away first. And this may not even require money that you made through hard work to establish a plan, but all it requires is some effort. That's it. I mean, it's different for everybody, right? We have lost our ability to close. What is this shit, man? I've never been... every day I try to wake up not disgusted. Go ahead, get it in. Get it in. Okay. I try to wake up positive. Oh, I don't even want to be positive. I hate the world I'm living in. I don't see any change in sight. I seen in my mind a completely different planet that was already had robots. Yeah, somebody's not telling you everything, okay? My husband and I, we created this shit. There are robots chiseling away at a planet very far away from the sun. We probably found a way to create a sun as well. But I see that the two of us are geniuses. Now, I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's still here. I'm not quite sure. I feel through the lack of just rescue that he's not. So I'm just going to assume that whoever I thought that I was speaking to isn't here. All right. Yeah, I don't know what else to, I mean, unless, but I'm not going to just say cutting it, but I don't believe that you're still here, or there could have been something that you did that completely just ruined your credibility with the universe, and maybe you're being kept from me for some reason. Establish a plan to move, to walk away, but this is also every time there's you establish a plan, this is it. You walk away from it, and then boom, this tower moment happens. I saw in my mind last night a lot of properties just dropping, the bottoms dropping out in different countries as well. This isn't just the country that I'm living in. And for all I know, this could not even be the United States. That's just how crazy the world is. To me, anything is possible when it comes to that. Global. It will be global. I feel like that you guys think that this destruction is only going to be, or you thought it was only going to be in my country. This isn't even my country. Okay? I know exactly what happened. I'm waiting for people to actually do the right thing, but you've been going against me for so long that doing the right thing, whatever that means to you, whether it's helping me in return, telling the truth, showing the data without fabricating, without the fabrication, it's making you all crazy. You can't even do the right thing when someone says, just put yourself in my position and handle it like that. You still can't do it. I have no fucking faith. I know none of you are going to do it. I know that this is it for you guys. This is it. You don't know how to assist. You lost your ability to create plans and execute them. And these are the marks of leaders. So if some of you are cartel bosses or fucking mafia bosses, you're failures as far as I'm concerned. You can't even construct a plan. I hope that you're not planning on going to war with this shit. Look, and then it's, well, I'm just hoping, look, I'm going to just like kind of walk away a little bit. This is conscious of doing this is what I feel. I'm going to walk away. This is kind of, let me allow myself to get distracted, and then maybe this shit will happen, right? And then I'll try to come up, and then I'll come up with a plan of what? Now I'm teetering on the fact of, well, how I explained that I didn't, maybe this will be a better way for me, and people won't ask me why didn't you? Hence, or i.e., I'm making a plan to, let's say this is a business thing, all right? I don't want to make this completely about me. Let's say that this is a business plan, and this is they asked for your investment, or you asked for someone that, I'm going to speak from the side where you're the victim. You asked someone to invest in your company, This is what they do. They don't particularly like you because they actually see you as competition, and they know if they invest in this thing, then there's a good chance that they may actually go under. But they're in a public eye, and they're the kind of person that says that they are this and they help this, and I like helping struggling developers. They sleep on it, and then they'll send somebody to attack you in some way, try even remove you from this planet. And then when that doesn't happen, or let's just say that does happen, now it's, okay, well, I was going back and forth. I mean, I was glad that I didn't do it anyway. It was kind of make it seem like they made the best decision by sleeping on it. You understand? And the reasoning is going to be different for everybody. It could be that you're in a situation like mine and you feel like nobody gives a shit. I mean, I'm seeing people drive around like this. I couldn't even imagine going through this in Beverly Hills, but some of you actually are going through this shit in rich neighborhoods, and they put you there intentionally so you can see everybody going, living their life a certain way. And then here you are, right? It's family members going, all right, well, we're going to have to do this. I don't know what else to do. I mean, we're family, da-da-da-da. And then it's the same shit. Well, let me just kind of fall back a little bit, which is what Eight of Cups would be to me right now. I'm hoping that something happens where now, you know, me going like this and kind of, this to me is like going back and forth. Doesn't seem like I rejected them. It seems like, well, that's... What happens, though, when it's you on the other end and you're waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody just to do the right thing, and then some of you said you didn't have the money and you were brought money in some crazy way, and you still can't construct a plan immediately. I mean, immediately. So afraid to construct a plan. Why? Maybe that's what these beings want to know. Why are you so afraid to just plan something? Too many people are afraid to spend money. The laws of attraction and the laws of finance will say, let's put that shit into place. If you don't spend it, you don't get it back. And paying bills and shit, I mean, you need to spend it on this an investment. Everything that you buy, every person that you give money to, every time that you hand money to someone, there is a tie there. There's an invisible cord. I'm trying to explain how you get money back effortlessly. You did this. This could have been a small amount of money that you gave to somebody. That's how amazing they are. That's how great of an investment they are. And you got a full return, sir. You see what I'm saying? So now just imagine if you continue to execute plans and help the right people, or just put your money towards the right thing. Maybe you need it for it to be explained to you in that way. Some of you wound up helping a homeless guy or a homeless girl with $5 and you want a $500 or $1,000 scratch off. You keep going. That doesn't mean that I did it. I made this much percent and that's cool. She's right. I helped out. That must have been a good person. Now let me spend the entire thing on fucking clothes and alcohol. You have to keep that going and create that flow. That's what it's called. That's what this flow and law of attraction is about. It doesn't have to be the same person, but you're supposed to help people when you come into things that way. Some of you that won the goddamn lotteries, you didn't help a motherfucker and you lost it all. I mean, can we just see the logic behind this, please? Please incorporate logic, and this is what you're putting your money into comes back. How do you want it to come back? You put your money into a wife or a husband that is morally, spiritually bankrupt. What does that mean? Some of you don't know what that means. They don't help others and they don't want to see other people do well. They don't invest their money in anything. They don't care to learn how to make money off of that. They just want to take it from you. You will lose money giving money to these people. A lot of you are in these situations because of a spouse that you continue to give money to and they hate you. And they make it clear that they hate you repeatedly. For those of you who are giving money to spouses, and that's it. That's all I do. I give you money for bills, or I give you money to shop. It depends on who you are. This is all your money's at a standstill now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because now you're giving money to a spouse that's just going to blow it. They don't invest it in anything. You're not getting anything back. They're not finding out about stocks. You know what I mean? How can I make this money back? Or they pass people who are hungry throughout the day and they don't give them money. You're not getting anything back from it. Here's the other one where you just give them money for bills. And that's it. And throughout their day, there are people that they come across, good people who deserve something. Because that's why we're here on this planet. Nope, look. Nope, I don't see you hungry. I don't see you homeless. I didn't run into my child who's on the street through no fault of their own, Randy, you know, Jessica. And so now your money becomes stopped. There's a block that's put on it. That's what a money block is. Most of you are not being threatened and you're not being blackmailed. I refuse to believe it. And it's easier to say that I may lose something if I put a plan in place. I must not be on that planet, you know? I don't understand how I'm so different. When I think in my head, I know most of you know because you're so focused on my life, what I'm thinking and what I'm doing more than your own, that you know if I have a plan in my head, I execute it, even if it's getting dressed at 3 o'clock in the morning and going somewhere because I want it, or getting dressed and getting up and doing this, or rearranging things. I'm restricted with the things I can do. But when I say that I want to do something, or I feel that I want something done that's in my means, I do it from start to finish. Some of you, what is it with this? Some of you used to be this way. I don't realize the floor shakes this way. Please get over this thing that you have towards me. I don't care about the views anymore. I realize I don't even have to do this. In fact, I may test out not uploading on this channel anymore. I think that there are some beings that want me to prove that I don't even have to create revenue. People have contracts, even if they have to jump in people and force their hand to assist me in life. But how about this? I'm going to do it for sanity. I don't give a fuck about the revenue. I'm not going to check the revenue. And I know that those of you who watch Where My Eyes Go all day, every day, this is all you do with your life. So fuck the revenue on this. I'm doing this just because this is something that I don't have much else to do. Tell me more about this situation with establishing a plan. For celebrities who believed, for celebrities who believed, if you can't tell with how I put my life on the line here, with what I'm exposing, that may have been a lie, you chose to believe that. Go get two of them. Yeah, get both. You do too. Just be quiet. It's easier for you to say that you hate me and you don't have many reasons than to have this fucking constant fight within yourselves. I'd rather you hate me. I don't mind. I actually enjoy and I thrive off of hate. I'm amazing. I'm supernaturally strong and I'm impossible to destroy. It would be weird if people didn't hate me. I expect the entire planet to hate me for that. And the fact that you guys can't help me out or you choose not to makes you hate you even more. You put it on me. I understand that. That's another thing that brings out hatred in me. For me. Not in me. But I understand that you guys hate me. I don't want you to like me. You understand? I'm comfortable with the hate. Spaced out while driving and missed the exit. What happened to this one for not constructing a plan? Anthony? What happened to this one? Yeah, this is spaced out. On what? It could have been watching me. Thinking about the past. That's what this is. Thinking what's this past that you're thinking about? Anthony and gesture they're putting. Did you walk past somebody and all you had to do was, it was a gesture, you didn't even have to come out of the pocket? Was this helping somebody who was hurt or locked out of their vehicle or something? And if nobody calls you out, you just continue to be this person. What's the end result for this person, though? What is the end? You know what I mean? What's the actual end result? Let me go put some Vaseline on my face, because I can feel that those of you that have this meth mouth, or you have this shit through hereditary, whatever it is, factors if you want to say, you want my face to look just like your fucking wives and yours. Go fuck your mothers. How about this? For the people in the military, for the men, and the be all you can be's, huh? I'm inviting you to come here to 3218 West Oxford and Fairmount Park and kill me. Or try to kill me. I'd have more respect for you as a... Right? I don't even know what to call you anymore. What do you call them on a whole? Military personnel? It's supposed to be a hero, but I'm convinced there's not one of you who deserves that title. And the fact that some of you are taking stripes that were on the wall of other heroes and putting them on your shit, well, I just hope that you drop dead. Actually, I hope that you fall through a hole wherever you're standing and that you land in the center of the earth alive still. In fact, I hope that everybody who intentionally attacks me and has no ability or no desire to stop because you're intimidated by me. Now, if you have something and it's warranted, by all means, attack me. I mean warranted for these types of attacks. Other than that, I wish you all would fall into a hole wherever you were standing and get stuck in the center of the earth and slowly die. I take that back. I wish that you would become immortal. You scared? Laugh and Marine? Did people laugh at somebody saying that they were a Marine? Thank you. For the very few people on this planet, and usually you are in a tough situation as well, as the second that you don't choose that side. See, this is all throughout history, but there was still a balance, though. There was that side, and then there were the others. Now it's what, you don't agree with us? What, you said something nice about them? Now we remove you from that. We remove you from your money. We remove you from your college, your home, your job, your business. You chose the side of the bullies, and then you became bullies. And when somebody exposes you for being that pussy, you attack them even more. It's not bullies. You would never have called yourself a bully, right? You have no choice but to call yourself bullies. For those of you in the military, you're bullies with a costume. To me, and I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, all you do this for is publicity. Once this gets publicity now, you attack even more. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that I'm wrong. Nope. How? And then they'll create now with all this editing, a scenario to prove them right. Look, I found a video from about 10 years ago. Now people don't want anything to do with it. Look, how can I now that this tower moment is this, even for that people are aware that I may not be a Marine. I may not be in the Air Force. I may just sit here all day, drink alcohol, get my dick sucked by male cadets, and and say, fuck you to the world. You're about to fall through the floor. Most of the buildings, and would it be crazy if this was strategically planned but unintentionally, if that makes any sense? Where some of these buildings where a lot of this bullying and attacking came from, that you wound up building on top of sinkholes, and now the world, something that maybe that's what's faded, is these holes opening up. And I'm going to guess, and I'm just going to keep going here, that wherever my ass is living is safe. And people like me, yeah, there are going to be, and I said, didn't I say, I can't stand saying it, I don't know anywhere else, this is the first reading, I just woke up, so I'm cleaning out my pipes, right? But didn't I mention about that video where the tall building fell and there were about 3 to 5 people who miraculously were unscathed? Did anybody else see children floating in Cambodia when most of the place, it looked like 2012. For the cocky who created that movie saying they have no idea that we are already in the apocalypse because you believed everything you were told without seeing anything. This is actually transpiring now. For the people who said, I wish that I would be able to see that. I wish that we would be able to have some kind of catastrophic event like the 2012, like the movie 2012. Congratulations. You just didn't think it would be your street, right? This is what I feel. My cockiness, my pride. There's no ego here. You lost that a long time ago. This is, and I don't even know if this is pride. This is just the most unattractive attitude ever to exist. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I don't believe in hell, so it must not exist. No, I was wrong. There's pride. Maybe the best thing for me, so what? The building collapses and I fall and I die instantly. Is that what you think is going to happen? You didn't stop to think that maybe you would wind up landing in a place where didn't even know that shit existed. What was this thing that this individual was thinking about? A child. Let me find out what the name is of the person who was doing this spacing out while they were driving. There are people leaving areas, huh? To be close to this woman here. It could be a Taurus or a Libra. It's a real... Please show me where these women are, is what I feel, or this is coming. I'm ready to up and leave everything. And for those of you who were guided to do this and you didn't, your homes, if they didn't, are going to crumble to the ground. You're going to lose everything because you were told to come and either, well, it wouldn't be just be around this person. That happened before where people were supposed to help individuals and then you know that there's something about them where they're protected from something in a crazy way. It's a scary, you could say supernatural, but it feels a mix of supernatural and alien. If you're planning on just coming there just to be around this woman because you think you're going to be safe and you have means to assist, because women like this are always targeted, you won't make it. Somebody's going to fall on a motorcycle and you're going to fall through a sinkhole right now because you were just planning on, with money in the bag, just being around her. Don't use women like us as safety magnets. You will fall through the earth. For those of you who are trying to fly away in your little saucers, wait till you see who's coming to take you out. When I say as above, so below is here, I mean as above. If you try to remove yourself from this planet, You are the motherfuckers who just try to evade punishment your whole lives. You will not be able to escape this. This is something that you will not be able to escape. Ironically, those are the ones who can actually put a plan in place, but the plan is always to save their own asses. I can't fucking stand you, and I honestly don't even know if you falling through the cracks of the earth and living forever is good enough punishment. That's how much I despise you. I see you miserable fuck. No one ever sees you without a rocks glass in your hand anymore. Who's this? Nah. You're a miserable prick. This is Jessup. Don't try to put somebody else's face in my mind. Give me some letters. If you think that's that person's real name, you're a fool. If you haven't realized that they take names from movies. The world has been a stage for quite some time. And a lot of it had to do with this God awakening. This other being, right? This, I'm better than you. Give me some letters for FR. TY. And who were they thinking of? EL. KE. What happened here? Oh, I'm guessing I don't want to talk about what happened. You have an idea. And I can already feel the response, man. Well, she said it. She must want me to get mad that was my daughter or my son, my niece, my nephew, my grandchild, even for someone. But I'm not. How much worse of a situation do I have to be in to get people to stop feeling like this towards me? I'm almost on the street. You understand? I have no fucking food to eat except a pack of ramen noodles. I have $13. What more do you want for me to lose? Before to get people to stop being angry, like I'm winning and you're losing. I'm fucking sick from being attacked with poison and radiation and shit. What the fuck more do you want? Be careful of saying that you want me to die and getting your wish, and now everything, you put your entire lives in focus on me. You can't stand when you can't see my fucking face for 15 minutes. You go crazy. I hope. Nah, I don't hope, man. I hope the world just drops. I don't want anybody to listen to frequencies. I don't want you to change. This is gonna give me content. This shit. I'm just gonna keep going. Tell me something else. It just feels like a lot of self-sabotage, embarrassing self-sabotage. And from this point forward, I refuse to acknowledge that there are people who aren't like this. If you know it, you're like me, you don't get triggered because you know it's not about you. I'm going to assume that there are people out there like this. So there's going to be a lot of people being pissed off, but you need to be pissed off at the right thing. And it's yourselves. Your child is so proud of you. Okay. This is what I feel. Okay. Either they said it, but I don't feel like you believe it, okay? They don't say it to you. Yeah, people can tell that they're not. Really? Is that what someone said? Really? I'm really proud. Really? They can't even give you any kind of, you know? I guess this is just continuance of those of you who feel like, I mean, my child is intimidated or jealous of me. You know what I mean? Um, my parents. It could only be that because of the kind of person that you know you are. I don't need you to remind me. And people get angry with this because they need shit brushed and polished throughout the day. You don't need that. You literally, well, I don't even feel like you're the kind of person that continuously gives yourself attention and pats on the back. But if you need to, I won't allow you or your lack of, I'm proud of you, right? To dwindle me in some way. This creates hatred. Unfortunately, it does. What happened? Your child must get a lot of attention. And then you reached out or you reconciled, right? Mm-hmm. You moved away and you haven't seen them. You have a more peaceful life. I just want a peaceful life. You must have been someone that had a hectic or chaotic life. And maybe the people, I'm guessing it had a lot to do with the people you were surrounding yourself with. Because the type of people I'm talking about now, you are very rarely the problem in a situation. And it has always pissed people off. You're just aware of it and how bad it is now. I thought that once I was aware of it, and I started moving differently, that it would get easier. You could have said that out loud. You always have those handlers in your life that have to prove you wrong. Oh, here, I moved away. Your kid is in the public eye, or they are well known. You reach out, all right, we reconcile. You could have went to get something to eat, or went to get some drinks, or you met at a coffee shop or something. This to me would be, you mirror each other. So whatever this I love my coffee. Thank you, universe. Depending on who you are, how old your child is, you could have closed out this. You could have had to close out a cycle with this one, man. I mean, that's what I wanted to say first, and it bothered me. In the past, it could have been that, and the cycle could have been you giving them attention that wasn't warranted. It could have been you allowing them to make you feel like you weren't a good enough parent. Washington. They didn't figure Washington in this situation. What, is Washington flat? Or Washington didn't figure that they would ever have to, what? That you would ever have to pay like this? It may not have happened yet. I don't know. These aren't the kind of things that they put on television. Thank God for this, yeah? I'm wondering how to get this thing completely clear, and I know that I smoke cigarettes, and I drink coffee, and I take Suboxone, and I don't use fluoride in my toothpaste, and I don't think that matters because the water has it in there. I wonder, it would have to be a belief, right, that the more toxins that I put in my body, the clearer that my third eye is. Well, I'll just leave it at that. I believe that the closing out the cycle is you putting this child on a pedestal. You could have been given this kid props that they didn't necessarily deserve. Yeah, and then they breadcrumbed you. Usually with this kind of situation, you have narcissistic family members, and you're the empath, or usually the heyoka, and they influence your child to see you how they want them to see you. And you could have experienced something like this. Yeah, you're a divine feminine, and I feel like you got breadcrumbed as a mother, and then if you mirror, right? Let's talk about it. You mirror, that means you're breadcrumbing back. So you're only giving what you were getting, but you'll be the target. If this is a mom or a sister, it could have been that your mom and your sister had a better relationship with this child. And what do you want me to do? You want me to fawn for you? You want me to fight for you? You know, if you're the kind of woman, this is the divine feminine, I relate to this. What is it you want from me? I've been dealing with shit that you don't know about, which now I'm the result of. My whole life. You could have had to isolate yourself. Maybe your son could have taken it personally. I said son because I have a son. Your daughter could have taken it personally that you isolated yourself from the world. I'm not even sure if this was self-isolation or if this was something that was being forced. Did I isolate myself from you, or did the universe separate me because of something I don't know, and your finger pointing at me? What if I found out things about you, you know? This is an earth angel here. This woman here with the Empress and the Temperance, for me, this is a divine feminine earth angel. I'm just going to say the terms. This is the rarest woman in the world. I'll tell you what, for somebody here, you went out to drinks with your son or your daughter, or it was two of them, and they made you feel like the bullies that you're dealing with. They put a water in front. Did you sit with a what? Did they not even buy you a drink? I would have gotten up and left immediately. There's a woman who's in this situation. Tell your kids goodbye. No, I don't say fuck off, but I feel like either you're not my children, because I feel nothing here. And this, I asked the universe, and I forgot to confirm this, and this is it. It's like they wanted you in a box, your factory. Is that what you said about yourself? Yours. If you have a son and you have a narcissistic father and narcissistic family members, 9 times out of 10, your son turned out to be just that, because he spent more time with them than you. You're usually targeted or gang stalked or bullied by the family dynamic first before it happens with the world, or you acknowledge or you're aware that it happens from the everywhere that you go. You have this awakening, and the first thing that you uncover is the narcissism and the targeting in your family since you were a child. Then you realize that the whole world is like this. This leaves you like this. I'm trying to figure out constantly why I'm getting you understanding that you're a mirror. They could be a mirror too, and you're just constantly mirroring each other back and forth. When is somebody going to break this cycle? That's what you did. I can break the cycle by making myself non-existent in their life. I need to see if it's me. You know what I mean? So you remove yourself from this. I don't know how much better you did, but usually you wind up fixing yourself, and it's because you're separated from the family members who constantly point fingers at you and project all of their anger from their entire lives, including their childhood, whether they're aware of that or not, on you, which affects your ability to be the mom that they claim to be. You know what I'm saying? You'll have women in your family who will judge the way that you parent, who don't even have their children anymore for whatever reason. Some of them, they have horrible relationships, but it's the stage too. The world is a stage, not just on television and government and things. It's a stage in your own family group. It's actors and performers. God, this fucking hair. Where is it? Does anybody else? I swear to God, I have fucking hair on me all goddamn day. There it is. What else is going on here? So now this leaves you like this. Well, I mean, oh my God, I can't even take it. Got it. What is it, me? I mean, am I the problem here? Why does it seem like you're so closed off? I gotta pause this. I'm surprised I'm not bald. I can't believe how much my hair falls out. Is this normal? But I still have a full head of hair. I know shedding is a thing, but my God, it's like if this tells you we're getting hit with radiation, small amounts of radiation constantly. Not the radiation that's already in the atmosphere. I mean with the things that they have around us. And I guess even with certain devices that we use every day emit certain frequency. But What does this do to you as a woman? This is also a form of breaking you down, and the government's usually somehow involved. They'll even send people into your life to, we'll say, influence your children to turn them against you. Sometimes your child will be smart enough to separate from your family members who they can tell just like to put blame on everybody else and see how toxic it is. And when they do that, now somebody else will be forced into their life to do what the family can't do. This is how dangerous and disgusting it is that the government feels like they have the right to watch us. This is another reason why government buildings, if they're not already, will crumble, because you were watching all of us against our will. I don't understand how people could attack me with the shit that I talk about and I put my life on the line, how you could choose that side. If it's fentanyl addiction, you will die within the next few days. It will be a very torturous death that you feel the need to attack someone like this because of your fucking addiction. Once again, I wish that those of you who do that, I know some of you are on your last leg, I would love to physically fight you. I can even take a loss, okay? Some of you were told I was a robot. I'm not. I'm just supernaturally strong. That's all. You may be stronger than me. I just want to fight. I'm not saying whether I win or not. I want to physically fight. All right, let's get some tiles here. I'm bored. Now I just look for hair. This could be Dan, Dana, Lana, Elaine, Dina, Dion, Alone. I always hear that song, Do You Think You Better Off Alone? Then, okay, and IDJ with X. Do you feel like it doesn't matter what you do, you're always going to have this kind of with them? I mean, I'm alone, or I feel that I do better alone. You could have stated this, and then what do? They make sure that you lose. I'm not saying this is your child, but some of you, your kids are behind this shit. Because you said, I don't know what it is, but it just seems like when I'm by myself, I do better. Let me do better for a while so that when I come back into your life, it's not half-assed. They are angry. I don't know why. They're not your kids. They can't be your children. I refuse to believe that a child that was cut from your umbilical cord would have that kind of reaction. This is an umbilical cord now, as far as I'm concerned. You may have found out in the past that this isn't actually your child. How many more hairs? And then there's the invisible hairs. And what do I do now as the broken child, right? These are older children, and that's why I'm surprised and confused. These are children who know better. You would expect this from a 10-year-old, right? But these would be over 20, I'm guessing, or old enough where you know better. Here, what's my reaction going to be? You're going to get so agitated, you're going to snap that woman's neck. Don't fight it for me. You know, I don't care whether you off her or not, but eventually you females who go, you fell for it in between every word that I say, somebody around you is going to take your life, or they're going to grab you and they're going to kidnap you and take you somewhere, because these men need a release from women just fucking like you. And they want me to say out loud that they will be rewarded and protected by the universe when it comes to any kind of law. I don't know. Are these some dead people doing this shit? I wouldn't be surprised if it's dead people sounding like retards. You sound like a retard. Do I have to carry around a mini vacuum cleaner? Now we have this. I'm alone. Let me be alone. What happens now? You get yourself in a better spot than you were before. They're mad that you're right. Now that you're thriving alone, now they have to think to themselves, well, what part am I playing now? Could I be the problem? They didn't say that because their mom or their dad, yeah? But I made myself feel like that. I'm going to blame them for how I made myself feel. It's a lose-lose. This to me is lose-lose. Usually it's like one side or the other, but both of these sides are even, and it seems like you can't win either way. What are you doing? That you cut them off. You have to become, I'm not mom anymore. I can be your friend. I mean, it seems like maybe the title holds something. Maybe if you didn't call me mom or dad, it would be a little differently because I'm not your father or I'm not your birth mother. It doesn't mean you don't have to have some kind of, you don't have anything in common or you just cut people off like that and never speak to them again. But the dynamic of father, daughter, son, mom, son, whatever it is not there. Don't force it. It'll just be frustrating. So now your kids will play a part possibly, if not your ex, in sending people to try to make it difficult for you to thrive alone. And usually it's because your ex, when you're this type of person, your ex it was codependent on you being there as well. And they want to seem like the hero parent, the good cop, bad cop, right? Ariana, are you homeless? They please tell me that you aren't homeless or currently homeless and your child is wondering why you're not putting them first. Or I'm damn near homeless. You know what I mean? It could even be that some of your children are doing very well, better than they're coming off, and they're watching you lose everything. You want me to call you son? You want me to call you daughter? Don't call me daughter. I'm over it. Then you're punished for not caring anymore. Then you're told to the family that you don't care anymore. Lana Turner. These chicks who are dudes are gonna be real covert. Before they used to move when they thought, and you could tell who they were. Now they're going out of their way to sit still. They look almost like statues. Okay, and Ariana Craigsley, right? Lou Britton. Are you in the room? I feel like some cartel members are in the room or in some environment. And Alice. Thank you, sir. I'm just done. If I'm on the street, I'm on the street. I think people are fascinated why I'm not wearing one. I know everything works out for me. But like I said, if I wind up on the street, I wind up on the street. I know that I deserve not to, but I know that there are going to be people who are going to try and force it, and I almost expect to be on the street tomorrow and have to leave everything that I have. I'm upset, yes, but I'm not going to allow it. In fact, the universe may actually make it that way to show that you still don't treat people a certain way that had nothing to do with where you're at. This is what people are doing to me. You're treating me like trash, and I'm fucking far from it. I have so much worth, and I think a lot of you see that, and that's why you continue to do this. But you're taking something in your personal life out on me, and I don't even know you. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know you. You understand? You didn't hear what I said. It's not that we watch your chat. You don't know me. I don't know you personally. Philosophical. No. I'm over it. I'm just going to continue to work on myself. I'm just going to continue to invest in whatever this shit is. I'm no longer investing in my children. I'm just going to, I got to keep going. You don't have an option. See, until you're in the situation that this person is in, you have no idea how you would handle it. You assume that you would handle it a certain way. We all assume that you can think, well, if I was that, I would do this. Would you, though? That doesn't mean that you would. your situation is going to throw you different curveballs. I mean, some people actually have the gall to say, well, I would do it like this. You were never plain. Even when you're plain, you're never plain. So you take with that what you wish. Now, let's see this. God forbid now. I'm mirroring you. It just doesn't work. I acknowledge you. I love you. You know, whatever I can do. But right now, I'm getting my ass kicked. I don't know what more you want from me. God forbid you move on and get into some kind of relationship, okay? Now you're choosing that person over your children. But when I'm around you, you don't tell me congratulations for getting yourself off the street. You don't say congratulations, I'm glad that you're sober. You don't give me any kind of credit whatsoever for things that I've gotten through, gotten over, or dealt with in the past. These things I did close cycles out with, which could be, I'm so fucking tired of this thing. How is this happening? I gotta fix it. Alright, I don't even know if that's gonna help. It helps a little bit. I meet somebody now. This is equal in the beginning. You get jealous. You get defensive now. You take it personal. You're choosing them over me. How could you cut me out? What'll happen is you will have people, depending on who's going through something in a relationship in their life, it usually is somebody that's getting a divorce, or they found out their spouse is cheating, or their significant other, to talk shit on them, or whatever this is. And they will try to force, separation now. Not necessarily saying that this is your child doing this, but this is the life of someone like this. You don't understand, because these types of people don't complain. They don't victimize themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's real easy to look at them and say, well, they should have done this, and I mean, for all I know, they could have done this, but if they would complain now, if they even mention half of the shit that they've been through, maybe they don't want to upset you. You ever think of that? And then if they do say something, then this is how it seems. Man, all they do is talk about, it's a fucking lose situation for them. So what do? They cut themselves off from the world. You see it as rude or ignorant, and they see it as, I refuse to let you keep fucking knocking me down when I try to get back up again. At some point, you have to acknowledge on the other side that you play a huge part. If you were in this person's life for something, you can't just pass the fucking buck on someone and dump all your bullshit. We refuse to be the dumpsters, you understand? And when this happens and you start realizing what you brought to this, you'll move away. Now, here's another thing. You could have said, when I move away from businesses, they fail. When I move away from family things, as this angel, they start falling apart. And this started happening in your families, and they're still fucking angry at you. You can't see this shit for what it is. There's something that you done that now you're being punished for. But because this person is targeted, it's made to believe that they're being punished too. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to close out, and people aren't going to like this. This motherfucker here is close to flawless. And it bothers a lot of people, especially family members. If some of you lost things, right? You lost checks. You know what I mean? Your accounts were hacked, or you wound up in toxic situations that if this one wound up in, there would be a fucking spotlight right on them, right? This is extreme narcissism. I mean, extreme. This person, instead of coming and kicking down doors and pointing out every flaw you have, they stay to themselves. So you didn't appreciate this earth angel when they were brought into your family, however it happened. And if this was through kidnapping, usually women like this or men like this, they were kidnapped as a child. Some of your family members found out this about you and things that happened to you as a child, and they still want to fucking punish you. We don't expect apologies. We know that actually brings some of you physical goddamn pain. But at least lay off. And if you feel like you're in a position where you're supposed to assist this person because you found out things that made you cry, and then that's it. Well, I cried for them. When it comes to financial shit, though, I cannot part with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if some of your family members wasted money helping out other people financially and they're still in a fucking hole, but they're taking that out on you. Like I said, we refuse to be the punching bag for you anymore. Goodbye.